Hi there and welcome to Apple World. Such countless individuals have been emerging to uncover Kevin Hart and blame him for purposely disrupting the vocations of dark craftsmen. For his own benefit, there has been a ton of talk in the past about how Kevin doesn't play fair. Yet in the recent months, a few dark CBS have emerged to straight up blame Kevin for subverting professions like Katt Williams and Monique Kid. Even Eddie Murphy is tossing conceal. At Kevin, everybody realizes that Eddie Murphy is a stand-up fellow who simply wants to make individuals snicker and brain his business. He isn't known for being muddled. So him putting on shoot places into viewpoint how terrible this present circumstance is. Yet did Kevin genuinely attempt to take film jobs from Eddie and put him up? We should stall down. Okay, so Kevin Hart has been on the outs with a few dark specialists over him manipulating them, and one of such craftsmen is Katt, down on terrible way of behaving, and he has positively not avoided getting down on Kevin Hart, as per Katt K. Evan purportedly has a propensity for sneaking around despite his good faith to take some film jobs from him, which also indicates that Kevin offered his spirit to the business and has been participating in a few obscure practices that Kevin himself swore that he could never accomplish. For instance, Kevin used to swear all over that he could never wear a dress since he found it embarrassing, yet the following thing we realized was that he was on SNL wearing a dress key H. This obviously makes an interpretation from the Latin to who requests, EH, which means I'm requesting, and the armed Katt saw this as unusual, and he discussed it in a meeting. Currently, Katt wasn't mean in the meeting since he talked about how people of color were in many cases under a ton of tension from the business to do odd things like wearing dresses, so he won't fault Kevin for wearing the dress. I'm expressing that by the day's end. Kevin doesn't need to stress over the things individuals will say regarding him wearing a dress in light of the long queue of dress-wearing individuals before him. So presently, we had large moms home 1, 2, and 3. I've never seen media in a jeans suit. I think she wears dresses. So presently. I'm saying, for what reason are we singling out unfortunate little Kevin Hart, since it was his chance? Next, he proceeded to add that even he had been a survivor of one or the other. His profession had been kept down since he wasn't willing to play by the untidy principles. A few of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own disadvantage. When individuals are against the Illuminati, then they get smacked upside the head constantly. The press detests him and no one prefers him. So during the meeting, Katt didn't toss conceal or diss Kevin at all. He sort of gave props to Kevin for hustling in Hollywood's extreme scene, yet Kevin misinterpreted. Added it absolutely, and chose to go off on Katt on the Morning Meal Club. Kevin directly called Katt a liar and said he's dependent on the hard stuff, and that is the reason he never became famous. Kevin was profiting from the bits of gossip about Katt's supposed substance use, and he guaranteed that Katt's entire vocation went down the channel due to his dependence issues, putting all the fault on him, fortunate or unfortunate. My disappointment with Katt Williams comes from your continuing to point at Hollywood. This is the white man. This and this. When do you assume a sense of ownership over your activities? You had the shot. Katt was there at one point. You were the person, you were positioned to be the star. You didn't appear for work. Your promotion shot you off. Your trips that they had set up for you turned into a gamble to the studios, which is the reason the studios stopped. For what reason was he a gamble? He picked goodness. Okay, assume a sense of ownership with what you picked. Say you understand what I got to fix me, and I will return, and I will defend satire. It's wild the way that the business loves to mark truth-tellers as insane ories, right? We've seen it go down with people like Kanye, Dave Chappelle, and Katt like that. As opposed to listening to them, they slap on these marks to dishonor them. The show exploded among Kevin and Katt after Kevin I went in on Katt like that. And Kevin presumably failed to remember that Katt isn't the person you need to show with on the grounds that he knows how to keep resentment well. 5 years after the fact, C at last had his opportunity to dish it back when he hit up Club Sade, and man did he dump on Kevin on that show. Katt didn't keep down the slightest bit. He fundamentally blamed Kevin for kissing the behinds of head honchos in Hollywood, inferring that Kevin would do anything for distinction and power. Katt even proposed that Kevin could have crossed a few lines just to ascend the stepping stool, implying that that dress trick might have been an embarrassing commencement in. To the tip-top circle, yet of some sort stand by, there's more Katt went in, significantly more profound, guaranteeing that Kevin's pressed-out shows were all smoking mirrors. As per him, Kevin's never truly sold out of scene. It's all a veneer to cause him to appear to find actual success than he truly is. And afterward, right when you believe he's done, Katt drops the bomb and directly up-call Kevin an industry plan. He contend that Kevin's ascent to popularity was too smooth, like he was hand-picked and repped for fame every step of the way without the natural development most jokesters go through in 15 years in Hollywood. Nobody in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being AIGN for him, truly getting a thunderous applause at any parody club he previously had his arrangements when he arrived. Have we known about a comic that came to L.A., and in his most memorable year in L.A., he had his own sitcom on network TV and had his own film called Soul Plane that he was driving? No, we've never known about that before. That individual, or since that individual, what do you think a plant is? He additionally guaranteed that Kevin had been taking film jobs from him for a really long time. For a 5-year term, each and every film that Kevin Hart did was a film that had been in front of me. That all I had said was, might we at any point make a portion of this stride and get it out? And afterward I can do it as it needn't bother with to be plainly, 'cause I'm not right. It needn't bother with. That to be interesting, right? And that's what me saying and them going, goodness, definitely no issue, and afterward going to give it to this other fellow and having him do it very much like it was and behaving like I'm an awful individual since I continue to remain on my norm, yet, definitely it's fascinating, yet, I wouldn't transform it for that, is untidy. Yet, Monique took over, right? Where Katt halted, and strangely she did as such on Club Shay, as per Monique, she and Kevin used to be dear C, companions once upon a time, yet Kevin unexpectedly changed around on her after she got debased by Oprah and Tyler Perry. See, Monique had a significant part in the film Valuable, which was delivered by Oprah and Tyler. The film was a significant achievement, yet it was a significant warning from the very outset, leading she just got compensated $50,000 for the street. And like that wasn't awful sufficient, after the film was delivered, Monique and Tyler maintained that her should go on a press run anyway. They would have rather not paid her for the press run, which is certainly not a typical technique yet. That is not all, since they likewise illuminated her that she must compensation for every last bit of her press run, related cost from cash on hand, and taking into account that she was just paid $50K for her job, she would have been running at a significant misfortune after duties and everything. Well, Oprah and Tyler could have done without being told no, and supposedly they went well beyond to de-ester. Monique's vocation, no one needed to be associated with her, and she endured a significant shot. Yet as per Monique, Kevin truly made a special effort to carry on, like he would have been a genuine companion, and stick with her Kevin Hart. Now you know when Katt Williams said Watchman, no doubt Kevin Hart, I do his digital broadcast, yes, and I need you all to pay attention to the digital recording so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, you're similar to my mom, you're similar to my aunt, and you're similar to my sister. Okay, then we do the digital recording. We talk about the Tyler Perry circumstance with Oprah Winfrey. He said, I don't exactly know Oprah, except that I'm going to connect with Tyler. Kevin Hart got back to me about a week or so later. He said, Mo, I conversed with Tyler and he said he would rather not. I returned to what he said yet, and I let you know what we should move past that. Mo, how about we move past that and do incredible things? So whatever that is that Kevin said, I believe you should hear me. Kevin Hart, how about we move past that? We should do a few incredible things together. Don't for even a moment stress over whatever you all maintain. That should don't for even a moment stress over whatever I'll lead or produce with you. She asserted that he behaved like he was her ally and vowed to stay by her through various challenges and stick with her despite the fact that she was at that point debased and was untouchable in the business. She asserted that she accepted him since he appeared to be veritable, yet after the entirety of his commitments he walked out on her, and it resembled that she, as of now, did not exist to him. Its most awful piece was that he wasn't even adequately striking to do it right in front of her, since he had others accomplish the filthy work for him. Then, when he returned with, "I got you. I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do whatever he said. I'll lead or produce. I'll cooperate with you." I said, "Great, Kevin, because we're in an arrangement with Inderall and we're attempting to get our syndicated program back. Mo, anything that it is, I got you." Now, Kevin Hart is quite possibly of the greatest performer right now on the planet. And was then we got off the telephone with Kevin Hart. We brought in the shopping center right away and said, "Kevin Hart got out anything we desire to do. He got us. He will accomplish." Leader sees they resembled goodness. This is staggering in light of the fact that when you put Kevin's name on it, you definitely understand what it means. 14 days go by and we get a call from Inderall saying we just got a call from Kevin Hart's supervisor, Dave Becky. And Dave Becky said Kevin maintains that nothing should do with Monique, so anything that she told you all, he would rather do nothing. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.